question, Fred. And the narrative of 2027, in my view and based on what I have seen happening in the country, is going to be people-driven, people-centered. And I believe that Olkalau by-election gave us a clear scenario of what to expect for 2027. This is going to be an election where the citizens are going to ask you, what have you done with the power that we surrendered to you? Article 1.1 of the Constitution that I have in my hands here is very clear that this power that you are seemingly running around with is actually just surrendered to you, and it can be taken back to the people. The narrative of 2027 is not going to matter whether one term or two term. In my view, and based on what I've seen people saying, is going to be centered on what have you done. You said you're going to put up a bridge. Can you go and stand beside that bridge? You said you're going to put up drugs, medicine in our health facilities. Did we have those consumables in our health facilities? That is going to be the conversation. Look at what happened in Olkalau. And even if you were to move to other different regions, the conversation that is happening is whether it's one term or two term, we have some very strong parties that are now totally broken down. We have the Lindas of this world, we have the Lindas of the other side of the story. It will move beyond that. It will not matter what Linda you stand on. It is going to be about what have you done for the term that we gave to you. You said you're going to give us money. You're going to, provide economic spaces, employment spaces for young people. Did you actually ensure that the environment, surrendered and made that possible for these young people? And that is why I believe with I believe with my brother Hussein on what he says about voter disenfranchisement of the youth. If we do not focus on what really matters to young people, my dear friend, whether you are one term or two term, it is not going to them. It's not going to matter. And the converse of it is that if we do not relate it to what matters to them, they are going to sleep. At a meeting this morning, and where we actually even had the IEBC acting CEO, we were asking ourselves, so all these numbers about the youth, are they really going to show up, and cast their ballots? Because we have seen the kind of histories. In 2022, almost half of the people who registered for that particular election, 8.4 million people, they were young people, they were youth under 35. The president was declared as president with a mere 7.2 million votes, which means that if the young people woke up and had their own presidential candidate, they would carry the day in that election.
Yet the conversation, and I'd like to